this, struggle that, everything with struggles, right? It's perfect. Huh? Who is it?
Please get on the ground. He's over there. You're under arrest.
Ah! What'd I do? What'd I do?
You've been using the word struggle for 20 years, and we're taking it back. This new generation stinks.
What's going on? It's your boy King Queso, aka Sigmatical Hail. Sit in the passenger seat, take a sip of your coffee, get ready, cause we about to go on a journey. Alright. I know, where are we? With school, man. Where are we with school? As you can see, I'm still in character, man. I ain't taking it off. I ain't wear this in a long time. But what are we talking about today? What are we talking about today? Let's start with school. School. So we took the final exam. I ain't gonna lie. I had a lot of things on my plate. And I did the best that I could. But even if I failed, I still got a B. But I ended up getting a B for the chemistry. So clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. It was like an 86 and 87. I didn't have the time. The new class started the same day of the final exam, and there was so much homework for English composition. Now, if y'all don't know, I'm a math head. I'm a numbers guy. I am not a writer. I talk. Now, if I could talk my essays through, yo, this English composition would be a breeze, but it isn't. So I'm gonna have to actually focus. But this is cool because the first part of the writing was trying to get me to get out of my comfort zone and do something that I normally don't do as far as how I write. Because I'm more like a procrastinator. You know, we're gonna go into that later on when I actually describe what the actual class is about. But happy that I got a B. I got my knack. Neutralizing any negativity, amplifying all positivity, compressing anything that shouldn't be that shouldn't be big in my mind. But what are we talking about today? Give me back the struggle. What does that mean? What does it mean? I really don't know what it means. Now I do know what it means. But what we're gonna talk about today is the fact that they're using my word wrong, man. They're using my word wrong. Who's they? Anybody that uses the word struggle wrong. And now if you look on social media, you look all over, everybody's using, oh, I ain't beat for no struggle love. Oh, my parents struggled. I ain't trying to struggle. Bop, 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 bop. I was talking to my parent, because my dad's passed away. I was talking to my mom the other day, and I was just asking her questions about life and how it was when they were younger. And she was giving me the tidbits. She was giving me the pluses. She was giving me the minuses. But one thing I noticed about their relationship, and one thing I noticed that you'll probably notice too, ask anybody that's been in a relationship for a long period of time, people that have been married 20, 30, 40, 50 years, they all describe some type of struggle. Now, what hit me was that how could the people of old have long-lasting relationships, all claim to have struggle, and now the new age, I'm like in the middle. I'm like the old generation, then I'm also part of the new generation. They don't want the struggle, but everybody who's been in a long relationship claims that struggle helped them get to where they're going. So I'm like, something's wrong here. I think we've taken one of those situations again. We've taken a something positive and we threw something negative on it. And the real definition of struggle, we actually should be all longing. And if, correct me if I'm wrong, this is sigmatically speaking, my mind is in another place. Like I said, go on a journey with me. I think we should all be looking for struggle love. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Now, what most people assign struggle love to is, I ain't about to be doing this and I ain't about to be doing that. He ain't this, he ain't that. You ain't about to have me doing. And I don't think that's struggle love. Now, case in point, example, anything you've ever wanted in life. I played football. I worked for Columbia University, the Ivy League. I worked for now at my PepsiCo. Anything that I've worked for, everything that I wanted to achieve, my wife, my children, supporting, providing, anything that I've ever wanted, I've had to struggle to get it. Anything that was important or worth having, required a sacrifice, in sense, a struggle. Anything that went against the opposition of something that was easy, anything hard, even this degree, I had to struggle. I'm struggling anytime I'm doing something that requires me to progress and move forward. What's the definition of struggle? Because I think we're taking the definition of struggle, we're distorting it, we're adding some negativity to it, and it's really not what we think it is. And I think we need to go back and actually embrace struggle, take it back, and it's what we should be looking for in a relationship. Now, struggle. Looked up the definition. Now, there's another definition where it says to fight and violence and stuff like that. And I think that's the definition that most people have been using. But the real verbiage of struggle means to achieve or attain something in the face of difficulty or resistance. Anybody that's a sports player knows that we've all had to struggle. When I first started going to football and I realized I had to practice, and I realized I had to get strong, I started out bench pressing. I bench pressed at 135. Then we practiced. Then we did sets. And then after 4 weeks of doing this set program, of pushing myself past what I think I'm capable of doing, at that 4th week, then I bumped up to 165 because I trained myself. I struggled, went through some aches and pains, came out better than I was before. And then when I set myself and see if I could handle the same exact weight, not only could I do the weight that I was already doing, but I added more weight to it. And then the new program starts. It never stops. So if that's the case, struggle never stops. Now, what are some synonyms? I'm the synonym God. I'm a synonym God. No, we ain't even gonna do that. But that Not Like Us video was fire. Depending on when I put this out. Strive, endeavor, make every effort, spare no effort, do one's best, do one's utmost, battle, label, toil, strain, try hard, exert oneself, do all one can, bend over backwards, put oneself out. We don't want that type of love. Now look, love requires two parties to be on the same page. Now, when my mom, and I won't go into detail, when she was describing some of her struggles that didn't go so well, it really wasn't a struggle because it wasn't a focused energy of two people on the same page with the same mindset, with the same plan, who knew their specific role. Now, that's a different type of struggle. But when my mom talked about when they were struggling, when they were striving, when they were endeavoring, when they were making every effort, when they were sparing no effort, when they were doing one's best, and they both were on the same page and the mindset, and they knew their roles, they accomplished everything that they set out to do. And even if they reached for the stars or reached for this, they landed on the moon. That's the type of struggle that we should actually be looking for. Anytime you see struggle, when it's something positive or something that you want, that you said that you're going to obtain, we should not be necessarily running away from it because shouldn't be no struggle in love. Love's supposed to be easy. When has love ever been easy? If we talk about life being a struggle, we talking about raising kids being a struggle, we talk about being parents, we struggle to get out of bed. Anytime that we've talked about struggle, it's been something that we had to push through. So what do we have to do? We have to take struggle love and we have to we have to neutralize the negative side. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you don't know my little wink that I'm doing right now, go check out one of my videos about what is your knack. We have to neutralize what people associate as struggle love, because that's not struggle love. But I'm gonna tell you what I think it might be. Correct me if I'm wrong, sigmatically speaking. You don't have struggle love. I think some of us, or most of us, are getting caught in sporadic love. Now, look, when I'm at work, I'm asking Siri. Me and Siri have become best friends over the last month. I'm asking her, hey, what does this mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? Sporadic. It's unfocused. So when I was looking up struggle, it's focused energy. It's toward one thing. You're pushing through. I was looking at unfocused, and then looked at unfocused, and unfocused took me here. And then it ended up taking me to sporadic. I don't think that a lot of us are really complaining about struggle love. I think we are complaining about sporadic love. occurring at irregular intervals or only in a few places, scattered, isolated. What are some synonyms? Synonym God. I'm a synonym God. Occasional, infrequent, irregular, periodical, scattered, patchy, isolated, odd. Now, if I had to be a soothsayer, I had to be a fortune teller, I can almost guarantee that y'all struggle love that y'all thought was struggle love, that the stuff that you thought that you had to go through or needed to do, I bet you though that type of love was occasional, it was infrequent, it was irregular, periodical, it was patchy, definitely was isolated, and it was odd, it was unbalanced. That's not struggle love. What you have on your hands is a case of sporadic love. And I don't think we should actually look. I'm not a negative Nancy. I'm not any of that stuff. When we sense that there's struggle love. So when I was talking about my video last week, once you realize something, what's the first thing that we do when what is it? 5 stages of guilt you deny it. It's acceptance. We have to accept the fact, okay, this is where I'm at right now. I might want struggle love, the struggle love that King Queso, Mr. Sigmatic is talking about today, but what I'm stuck in right now is sporadic love. It's occasional, it's infrequent, it's up and it's down. There's no sense of where I know where, what, who, what I am compared to the person that I'm dealing with. That's not the struggle love that the people of old, that our, I want to say ancestors, but our grandpas, our fathers, our mothers said that brought them to 30, 40, and 50 years. It was struggle love. They went through tests. They got stronger through going through their tests. They came out just like I said in football, and just like some of y'all situations, promotions at your job, dealing with your children, becoming a mom, becoming a husband, becoming a wife. All of those tests that you struggled through, you came out of that situation stronger than you were when you first started. And because you went through the situation, you was brighter, you was shinier, you was more educated, you was able to help somebody else go through the same problem and give them tips and tools so that they don't fall and do the same mistakes that you did. I'm talking fast, but I'm very, very passionate about this subject because I want the word back. I want struggle back. Me and my wife, we struggled. Hey, guess what? We still struggle. We still go through tests day to day. We're still trying to get brighter. We're still trying to get shinier. We're still trying to get more educated. We still step in situations where we make mistakes and then we have to improve and get better. It's a part of life. But you're supposed to do that with somebody who also wants to struggle with you. The love video that I talked about. You want to also do it with somebody that doesn't want to disappoint you. So if a person won't struggle with you, that's not the love I believe that you should be seeking after. That's not the love that I think that you should be getting super involved with. Because right now that person might be sporadic. Doesn't mean they can't get to the struggle where they want to endeavor, when they want to push through, when they want to bend over backwards. But the love that we should be looking for involves somebody that's willing, not necessarily having to struggle, but willing to struggle at any given time with you and be your teammate, soulmate, however you want to define it. I'm going to make my videos a little shorter. Let me know if this subject hits you. Give me back the struggle. Give me back the person that's going to go to war with me. Give me back the person that's going to deal with me in the trenches. Give me back the person that when I'm just an average dude who's working on being in the top 10, whether it be financially, emotionally, educationally. Give me somebody that messed with me for me when I knew where I was going, but I wasn't there yet, but I was struggling. And what I think somebody said, give me somebody that's willing to pass me water while I'm running a race, as opposed to waiting for me to give me my flowers at the finish line. We should be looking for people that don't mind struggling. Because trouble, like the scripture says, trouble don't last always. I don't know if the scripture said that, but that's what the church people say. Trouble don't last always. But if you suffer with me, you should reign with me. I think that's why some of us would be really digging to some of the people who have already made it. Some of the people that have already accomplished and gotten to where they want to go. They have trouble finding out who that person that they're dealing with how much do they want to be there, and if they're there for the right reasons. Because once you take away the financial struggle, because that's pretty much mostly everybody's, if it's not number one, maybe number two or number three: infidelity, finances, communication, I would say. Once you take away the finances or something, and you can't really go through a struggle with someone who can struggle with you when you don't have it all, it's really hard to find out if that person's really there for you or there for what you can provide. I met my wife when I was working at actually the job that I have now, and I just spin around. That's actually a long story time too. If you ever want to hear that story, I'll do that in a video. But I met her when I had that, and then I was willing to give up everything, lost everything, started all over again, worked my way back up, then got to a place where I actually should have stayed at. But then I made a conscious decision to leave, started all over again, came back to here. She was there every step of the way. She struggled with me. We weren't necessarily struggling, but she struggled with me. She was there every step of the way, and she was supportive. And you got to see, struggling allows you to see the person that you have to deal with during the hard times. Because I believe everybody is cool at a party. Not everybody is cool at the courtroom when you're being judged and when you're being tried. That's when you see the person that you need to see if that person is worth spending the rest of your life with. Because if you can handle that person in the courtroom, if you can handle that person at war, see their tactics, know how they handle situations, see if y'all guys align, then I believe that y'all can struggle together. And I think y'all can have the struggle love that the grandparents and our parents talked about, where they last 30, 40, and 50 years. But that's my video for today. Thank you for watching the video. I want to give a special shout out to my boys. I asked my boys to do a little skit. Let me know in the comments if the skit was cool. It was really awesome to have them there, and just to do something with them. I'm changing my whole life and how I do things. But watch me. I got people calling me. Let me end the video. Remember, it's your boy King Queso. Appreciate you for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you're messing with the content. I'll check you later. Peace.